I guess we're
Sup?
getting it.
Sup?
How's it going, guys? That did not work well. Um, dude, again, very eventful week of sports. Very eventful. We got
Very
all kinds of
eventful.
stuff. We got Zion Williams drama. We got Ben Simmons drama. I think I want to start. We're definitely going to talk about the NBA later. I want to start with Mauro Icardi. Now,
Yes.
it's again football, and I apologize to people here who aren't football listeners, but this is more about this isn't, we've spoken a lot about agents in the NBA recently.
Mm,
This man, his agent, he's his wife, right?
mm.
He cheated allegedly on his agent wife.
Keyword is allegedly.
Allegedly. His wife's making it seem pretty clear that she believes that it is not allegedly. But I guess, John, do you know the story with Mauro Icardi and who he is?
I know who he is. I know he's a gun Argentinian football player for Inter.
PSG.
PSG used to play for Inter. But yeah, I
He
do know
did.
about him. He used to always be in my FIFA Ultimate team. But if you would like to enlighten us further on the absolute mess this guy has got himself in.
This guy, he's a mess. You're right. So he was when I believe the story is when he was young, just like Lionel Messi from Argentina, he moved over to Barcelona to join the academy. And
Oh yeah,
there
that's right. He
he
wasn't there.
met, yeah, he met Maxi Lopez, who at the time was a Barcelona player, and they kind of are both Argentinian. So they coupled them up to be mentor and mentoree. Maxi Lopez eventually married a woman and had kids with a woman called Wanda. Now I think what happened was obviously Barcelona were a really good team. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Mauro Icardi got sold to Inter Milan to then carry on his career because he's a traditional number nine. They don't need a traditional number nine. That's not how they play. Lots of reasons. There's always been concerns over his character, etc. etc. He gets sold to Inter Milan, becomes a star player,
Hmm.
and eventually is their captain. Somewhere along the way, he ends up marrying Maxi Lopez's wife, the
So
man who
what?
is his mentor at
So
Barcelona.
somehow Wanda gets into the conversation just out of nowhere.
So Wanda Icardi goes from being loving wife and mother of Maxi Lopez's
So
children
so so originally Wanda
to
Lopez.
Wanda Lopez, I assume. I don't know if she ever changed her name. She's one of those, I think she's quite like famous. I don't even think she changed her name, although she is
Yeah.
Wanda Icardi right now. So yes,
Yes. Interesting.
somewhere along the way, she goes from, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. All I know is Maxi Lopez was Mauro Icardi's mentor. Mauro Icardi eventually is married to Maxi Lopez's ex-wife.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Looks to me, I would assume the timeline goes. I would assume by that Mauro
Jeez.
Icardi stole his mentor's wife. That's what I
Yeah.
would
But
assume.
look,
That's
I'm
that's how
looking.
it looks to me.
I'm looking at this now. She got married to Maxi Lopez in 2008 and got divorced in 2013, and then she
Yep.
got married to Mario Cardi in 2014.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
we're
So
talking about some real Steve Nash, Josh Richardson level stuff. This is bad.
yeah, very
This
bad.
is bad. But not only that,
This is teammate on teammate crime at its finest.
teammate on teammate, countryman on countryman, mentor on mentor action,
Well, look, they always say the student has to become the master, and
mate.
I mean,
It's true.
I mean, look,
So, so now Marocati's got a family with Wanda's children, and now I believe their own children as well.
mm,
Some years down the line, he joins PSG. Inter Milan want to move on. They get a good price for him. There was questions about his character. Surprise, surprise. A guy who basically is now married to his ex-mentor's wife. People have character surprises about him.
yeah,
Teammates, men don't trust him. What a surprise. He gets shipped off to PSG. His agent is now his wife.
yeah.
So there's two issues now. Okay, this
I
is where I believe.
did. I'm just reading her bio. I like. I like. It goes. Wanda Nara Colosimo is an Argentine model. She's very. She's pretty attractive.
She's
Fair
a
enough.
beautiful woman.
Media personality. Like fair enough.
Yeah.
Dancer. That I mean, that could allude to a number of things. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, she's Argentinian. I doubt
Okay,
that's a
look.
lie.
Football agent, like you said, football agent. Showgirl. Showgirl.
Showgirls Helvia.
Showgirl.
Jesus Christ.
And television
Look,
presenter. So look, she's a
let's
woman
go
of
for
many trades.
model, agent, and television presenter. Let's keep it classy because I actually don't have a problem with Wanda Icardi. Who knows why she left Maxi Lopez? I think she's fine. I actually don't have a problem with any of them because look,
Hmm.
Mara Icardi, if all this is true, can you blame him? I mean, the man's rich. The man's, I guess, he's a bit of a mess. Maybe you can blame him a little bit. Point
Yeah,
is, he makes Wanda Cardi his agent. Now,
that's
this is
fucking
where I
wild.
believe it gets saucy. Basically, now, allegedly, he's cheated on her and she's furious. She's posting on social media. Another family ruined for a hoe. She's posting her finger without the ring. It's over.
Uh,
He's missing PSG training. He's not showing up to the games. He's a mess. This
yeah.
is where it gets icky.
Okay, go.
He Newcastle United. So I guess we kind of just gloss over in 5 minutes the fact that a player stole his mentor's wife, whatever, whatever.
Well, look,
Not a big
it's
deal.
a dirty game. It's a dirty game.
It's a dirty game. It's a
If
dirty
you
world.
if you listen to the podcast, you know that the sports world and relationships, it's a dirty game.
It is. But what I think is interesting is the sparks of interest from Newcastle being taken over in Mauro Icardi, disgruntled at PSG. I'd assume he's not starting. He's a great player. They want him.
And they can
I
get him for
read
unders.
somewhere
They can get him for unders.
they can get him for unders. I read somewhere that Wanda Icardi, being a model, showgirl, TV presenter, agent, does not want to live in Newcastle.
No.
Fair enough. She doesn't want to live in North England. Fair enough.
Yeah.
This is interesting now because now that she, I assume, is no longer going to be his agent, he can negotiate his way to Newcastle. Did Mauro Icardi, if he did cheat on his wife so that he could take his career to the next level?
Look,
Is that what we're talking about here?
I like how like you're trying to allude to that Icardi's playing chess while everyone's playing checkers. I think he's not playing chess or checkers. I think his penis is just acting a bit of a madness right now.
I think that's what happened.
I think he's thinking with it. I think he's thinking with the lower half of his body, and it just happened
It's
to
a
go that
mess.
way. I mean, look, like, I'm just reading into it now. It's like she was the agent before they even got married. So it's not like they got married and then became the agent. She was already
Yeah.
his, like, what is going on?
That might have been how they met.
Yeah, and then like she broke up with her first husband because Maxi Lopez thought she was cheating, probably on Icardi, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
But then apparently
like he had all the
Lopez
reason.
was you know very
I read somewhere as well that
Fidelity.
Maxi Lopez supposedly was was practicing infidelity. I don't know how to say that properly.
Yeah, I know.
So I understand
read it
her.
wrong. Yeah, but yeah, fair enough. Well, look,
But to
I mean,
cheat on your wife is terrible. To cheat on your wife, who's your agent, who controls your career, in a world where we know how much agents control their players' careers, is wild to me.
to me, I
And
think it's
how
actually,
he thought he could get away with it as well.
I
Like he's
think
the
it's
most
just impressive.
infamous player.
I think it's just impressive for her because look, I don't know if she has like if she just got into the game randomly or if she has other clients. But nevertheless, I mean, to get into the agent game in the football, especially at the level that she's at with her husband or former husband, I guess, pretty impressive.
Leader, yeah.
Because she'd be raking in
It's
the bag.
impressive.
Think
Mate,
about
she's a woman
10%.
of multi skills. You just read she's like Johnny Sin. She's got 15 occupations.
She is. She actually is.
She's the female Johnny Sin.
She's the
got-
female Johnny Sins.
agent. Where else have you seen agent and showgirl in the same
Yeah.
career description?
Like, think about it, just let alone a
She's a
female
talented
agent.
woman. This woman.
Let alone a female agent. I think it's just the nature of the game. Females don't really get into the agent game, and for her to really just financially set her up in a number of ways. Really, even if they get divorced, they probably don't have a prenuptial agreement, so she's getting the bag from that, and she's still getting. And then
All the
she's still
money's
getting
probably
the
in
bag.
her account.
That's what I mean. And she's still getting the bag from the contract. So whatever, I don't know, maybe there's like a sell-on clause maybe where she gets like fucking 2% or something. Like there's probably something sus going on. So I mean,
I don't know.
look, fair play.
Dude, that's a rough position to have kids with a husband you cheated on, with a guy who you now also have kids with, who's now cheated on you, and you're one of them's agent. Like that is, and then remember, like the first kids, the Maxi Lopez kids, they're gonna get to an age and they're gonna find out about this. This is like one of the most infamous guys in world football. Like
Yeah.
this is like every football fan knows Mauro Icardi. Oh shit, I know that guy. Their kids are gonna find out. This is a mess, man.
Yeah, that's what I realized with like I guess not it's
This is like Del Curry and his wife.
That's
but
exactly
way worse.
Yeah, it's like it's extended like even just with like celebrities and stuff. It's like just doing stupid stuff. It's like once your kids grow up, they're gonna be like, mate, you're an absolute mess.
Yeah,
Absolute
I
mess.
agree.
But I mean, look, if daddy's buying you a PS10, I mean, you can't really complain. So
Yeah, I guess so. But it
But
is something. I wonder if they think about that. I mean, clearly Maracati doesn't think too much. I think that's pretty obvious when you look at him.
mm,
But like, yeah, it just seems like because you know the funniest part is Maxi Lopez seems like a stand-up guy. He actually,
yeah,
I've seen him talk. He seems like the most nice, like the nice guy. But
yeah,
obviously, he just might have went wrong.
yeah. Well, if like, is it potentially grooming? Like like because Icardi was 20. I think it was 7 years ago, and I think it's like 28, 29 that I
That
saw.
is a good point.
He would have been 2021, twenty twenty
Let me
one,
get it.
and she's like she would be mid 20s because she's 34. She
Well,
would have been 27.
I mean, the easy way to do is Mauro Icardi. Exactly. Yeah, she's way older. Mauro
Yeah.
Icardi, Barcelona. When did he go? Um, like when did he first go to Barcelona? He was playing. His career was. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. There's actually stories of him, Barcelona wanting him back now in a trade for Aguero. I don't know. I don't think this
Trade,
is a time where you
trade,
want him.
trade for
He was
Aguero.
so sorry. He started out at Barcelona, and then he went to Sampdoria, and then he went to Inter.
Well,
So his club career,
when did he go to Sampdoria?
um, I think that was in 2011. He played there for 2 years. So he was born in Rosario. I think that's Messi's city, or is he's Rosario, or is he um Cordoba? I think he no, he's from Rosario, same city.
Mm.
And he moved to the Canary Islands when he was 9, so he's kind of Spanish. He began his career in Vecindario in Gran Canaria, Canary Islands. And in 2007, he was disputed over by Barcelona and Real Madrid. So he's a fucking talent, man. It's
Yeah, of
like
course.
he's a good player. When he was Real Madrid, Barcelona wanted him. Offers from Valencia, Deportivo La Coruña, Espanyol, and then in Barcelona won the race for him and signed when he 2013. So he signed and moved to Barcelona and probably met Maxi Lopez in 2013. That
Mm.
was he was 20 then. Okay, so maybe
That's
wait, no, that's no way. 2013,
2013.
that can't 2007, sorry, 2007.
Yeah,
So he
and
would have
she
been
and
like 14.
oh my day, and she married Maxi Lopez
That's
at in 2008, and she would have been young as well. That's what 13 years ago. She would have been 21.
he would have met Mauro Cardi when he was young. You'd have to assume.
Yeah, but she literally got married to him like when he was 21, 22. So, and she's
She yeah,
27, 28.
she must have known, yeah.
And
Dude, you
look,
know what that actually looking at the timeline tells me?
hmm,
This isn't Mauro Cardi's fault at all. I mean,
I
obviously
know,
cheating now is.
I know.
He was 21. He moved countries. He'd been playing football in the Canary Islands. He was a kid in the Canary Islands,
Hmm,
and Real Madrid and Barcelona wanted him. He would have
yeah,
thought he's the king of the world. We talk about high school basketball players who like have no conception of reality.
yeah,
He would have been the exact same thing.
yeah. And
And
think
this would
about
have been the first like adult woman in his life, apart from his mom,
exactly, and
basically.
think about all the like college NBA, NFL players that have like baby mamas. Like,
He got
like
PJ Washington.
yeah, look at PJ Washington, like an absolute mess. So like to think that a Cardi would have just got like fell like look, if I was in that situation, look, she's a fairly attractive woman. And if I'm 21, it's like I can get with a 26, 27 year old. That's pretty mint.
Yeah,
Would
fucking
I
oath.
look, would I marry her?
Who could
Probably
look
not.
after your career and guide your career?
That's what I mean.
100%.
And think about it, she probably has the bag already at that point. Like she's not like
Yeah.
trying to go like not gold digging per se. Like she's like she probably has as much money as he has, like at that stage in their lives.
Yeah. No, it
Obviously,
would have
it's
been a
changed.
reasonable option for him, apart from the fact that, she was the husband, the wife of his mentor. If
Yeah,
you put that out the way, like, but you think about like the position these guys go from, like, footballers are basically like robots. They are born into football academies and they live their life there. Like,
yeah,
talk to anyone who's in it. It's insane. This would have been like one of the only normal interactions he had in his life, like talking to the wife of his mentor. Like I can see how it would have happened. Would I do it? I'd hope not. I'd hope the majority of people don't steal their mentors' wives. But I can
dude.
see how he did it.
You know what? If anything, I've gone more onto Icardi's side because if he
Yeah.
did do it and if he did take initiative, that's a Don move. That's an absolute Don move. Bro,
I
that's a
did think you're
Don.
going there.
That's a
I
Don
did think you.
move.
Well, he is known for his killer instinct. He's not particularly fast. He's not particularly like athletic, but he's always in the right place at the right time. He's
In
good
front
with
of
his head.
goal.
and he's clinical in front of goal.
In front
He's
of
got
goal, it's
ice in his
clinical.
veins. It makes sense.
It makes
Maybe
sense.
Wonder Icardi took his finishing to the next level on and off the
Oh,
pitch.
jeez. Well, think about his career only inclined ever since she married.
Yeah, he was stuck in the B team. She probably got in his ear and was like, "Look, you got to move to Italy. I'm telling you, move to Italy. Regular minutes, Sampdoria will get you at a big club, just like that." And he's at PSG now.
Yeah.
He's at the biggest club.
Nah, that's good. What does well this Maxi Lopez guy was a forward as well.
He was
Striker.
good, I think. He was quite good. I don't think he was a star, but to be at Barcelona at the
Nah,
time he was, you had to be decent.
looking at him now, he looks like he was like a loan guy, like one of those serial loan guys.
Ah,
Like he moved to
fair
like
enough.
He did play for Milan, then he played for Sampdoria as well. Dude, from
She
20
probably
dude from
used.
dude from 2012 to 2014, he played for Sampdoria.
There's no
Bro, this is a
fucking
mess.
way.
Yeah, this is
There's
a mess.
no way.
Bro, this is
There's
an
no way they
absolute
both
mess.
play at the same time.
Dude, at the same,
Oh,
they moved to Barcelona, and then they played at. Actually, they wouldn't have played at Barcelona together. It looks like
they didn't.
no, because he was literally on loan all the time, and then he went to
But
Moscow.
was he at Barcelona at any time?
Yeah, between 2005 and 2007, it says.
Oh, that's this is getting weird. How did they meet then? See, maybe it's not even as bad as everyone says.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. He just played he played in the Serie A like a lot.
Oh my!
Like
Maybe
majority
they met it.
majority of his career is at
No, maybe they met
in
at
Serie A.
Santa. Maybe that's when they met. When did Icardi and Wanda marry?
2014. So literally,
They met at Sampdoria. That's where they met. They met at Sampdoria.
yeah.
That must have been it.
So they would have got acquainted at Barcelona,
Yeah.
and then he went to Sampdoria. Obviously, he's playing more minutes, scoring more goals than her current husband.
Yeah.
And then
they supposedly had a close relationship. So that's it.
look, it's fair
That
enough.
is
Look,
fucked.
mate, if your performance on the field is good, I think it's only right that your performance off the field is good. And if your performance is poor off the field, it's going to be poor on the field. It's going to be poor off the field.
I will say though, like he seems like a bit crazy. Like, I think he wrote a book and he said shit like, "This is him. Everyone speaks about the Wanda issue without knowing the truth. When I started with her and I played alongside Diego Milito, absolute legend, was basically one of the big reasons Inter won that Champions League, the treble with Jose Marino. They all knew the story because I told them. I was a friend of the couple and acquaintance, and it was very normal. After that, Wanda split up, and we kept in contact, and it just happened. So I fell in love. There's something you should judge solely on its own merits. But Lopez was not my best friend, nothing like that. We were colleagues. So he's making it seem like they split up and then they married, and they weren't even great friends anyway.
Yeah, but like we said earlier, the timeline
That's
just makes
not
it
true.
sus. The timeline's
That's
sus.
just not true, dude. There's photos of them on a boat, Wanda, Maxi, and Mauro on a boat together. Like they were obviously buddies in some way.
Maybe
Dude,
maybe it's
he looked young though. He looked young when they got married. The wedding photos, they are young.
yeah.
Dude,
Good.
there's a photo
Dude,
of
we're
them
think about it.
meeting
We're
when they were at
older than
Barcelona.
him.
There's a photo.
When we got married, we're literally older than him. So it's like it's a
Yeah,
bit mad, bro.
dude. And then they had to when Icardi was at Inter, married to Wanda. They played Sampdoria, and Maxi Lopez was on the Sampdoria team still.
Dude, that's a mess.
Dude, absolutely. Dude, I feel so sorry for this Maxi Lopez guy.
Yeah, I know. And you gotta feel again. We gotta feel sorry for the kids as well. It's just an absolute mess now. Your
100%.
your mom, yes, your mom secured the bag, but look, secure the bag in a professional way as well. Not like secure the bag like had a kid and just tried to leave. Like she
No.
secured it on like a 4D level. These baby moments in America are playing 2D.
There was a big release clause on that securing of the bag.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll dress up as Mario Kart for Halloween or something. But
What is that? Like a snake?
I don't know. Well, I think my current Halloween outfit's pretty good. Can you guess who I am?
What is that? Who are
Can you
you?
guess what my outfit is?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm Lucas Hernandez.
Oh man.
Ah,
Are we just
gee.
gonna? Is our first
Ah,
segment just gonna be a
gee.
full on like Lucas Hernandez, was he the one who scored the goal for France in the
Yeah,
Nations
the
League final?
disgusting goal, like an absolute
The
worldy,
disgusting goal. Mate,
worldy.
before we get into this Lucas Hernandez mess, because that's actually really interesting what happened. But what were France doing in the Euros? They were playing like they had Adrian Rabiot on like the left wing, and they had like
Yeah,
the coach absolutely bottled it, and they have Teo and Lucas Hernandez and Pavard, and they were playing like Griezmann at like right wing, and it was just like I don't know
yeah.
what's going on. Stop overthinking it, bro. Put the
But that
Hernandez
be
twins at the
yeah,
back.
yeah, exactly. Well, I guess the glue that was missing was Giroud though, because like even though Giroud scored no
True.
goals in the Euro, he was able to like to hold the ball up center, and then he could just fucking fling it to the wing to Griezmann or to
Yeah. But
Mbappe.
him and Mbappe have beef. And Mbappe's so close with Benzema. No, dude, Mbappe's so going to Real Madrid. He's like in love with Benzema. I think that's a problem now as well. Like Giroud and Mbappe don't get along.
There is a lot of Benzema love like on social media and stuff because he's very humble. Seems very humble.
No, he's not. Didn't I speak about this
Is he not?
before?
No,
No.
because they say like they always go like, oh, maybe not humble but loyal. Because it's like
Yes.
there's never rumors about him leaving Real Madrid. There's never like any
Well,
contract
he's at Real
disputes.
Madrid.
Yeah, of course,
No.
but you know what I mean. It's not like any like uproar going. I'm not getting enough game time or
Well, also, like he's just so good, and people for so long, including myself, like didn't appreciate it. Like until Ronaldo left, like people just thought he was like the Giroud of Real
yeah,
Madrid,
yeah. Well, it's because he had that incident with the is it the
the
sex
go
tape?
karting.
Yeah,
Why he's had dude, he's got that trial coming up. So basically, from the top, like
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Benzema,
If we make a prison FC team, elite.
dude, Benzema could be going there because it might be the French national team at some point. Like
Yeah,
Benzema,
these Frenchmen are mad.
Benzema's whole thing is he's a super. Supposedly, he's a weird and super egotistical guy. Like there's a documentary on him, and I got to watch it. It's in French. My French is not good enough to watch that, but like, it says that he's super ego, like super up himself as you would be if
Mm,
you're Benzema
mm.
off the field. That's why he said that go karting F1 thing about Giroud. Do you know what that
No,
is?
no. I'm guessing he's saying that he's an F1 car and then Giroud's a
Someone,
yeah.
yeah, he was like, yeah, basically, that's what he said. But he didn't say in a terrible way, just that clip, it sounds bad. But on the field, he's the opposite. On the field, he pressed endlessly. He always made up for Cristiano Ronaldo. He would clean up the scraps. He's like the most on the field, inside the building. He's the biggest team player. But
Yeah.
off the field, he's like a bit of a weirdo. I
Is
think
it,
he's basically the
I
thing
think
on
that's like
him.
all players though, because I remember there was rumors about Carlos Tevez, like he was a terrible trainer, big
Yeah,
ego outside the club and all that stuff. But it's like on the field, he would literally like empty the gas tank every single time, and
yeah, exactly.
it's like, mate, I don't
That's
need to
what
train.
Benzema is.
It's like I don't need to train because I'm using all my energy to fucking work hard on the field.
Yes, yes, that's what Benzema is. But yeah, he's in a sex tape scandal supposedly years ago. The allegation is him and a teammate
Was it? Was
like
it? It was. I forgot.
concocted.
Is it
It
Fakir?
was someone. It was another like non-Anglo-Saxon white French guy because one of Benzema's defenses was that the French Football Federation in banning him was giving up to the racist side of France. So I think it was another like Algerian or Moroccan or one of those.
Mm.
I don't know. If you can search it now.
Yeah,
And
I'm
yeah,
looking at it now.
the allegation is that they concocted a plan to get a sex tape of a teammate, and then one of
Oh,
their
yeah.
friends would get it and then blackmail. I don't know,
Yeah,
something about that.
yeah, so they say that he tried to blackmail a sex tape for Martin Valbuena, who I'm pretty sure played for
Valbuena, yes.
Marseille, I think maybe at the time,
Okay.
potentially. I have no idea. I'm just talking shit right now. But
And they
yeah,
tried to blackmail.
yeah, so yeah, he was arrested as well. It's a bit
Yeah,
mad.
exactly. So
Dude, that's
the
crazy.
trial's coming up this year.
Dude, he hasn't played for France since 2015. That's wild.
He got banned. That's why, because he,
2015.
yes. Well, I mean, he fucking allegedly took a sex tape of a teammate to try to extort money off him. You can't have that guy in your team.
I guess, but it's if you have to have Giroud, then it's like, come on.
I mean, it worked out pretty well. I mean, Benzema said himself in the go-karting thing, he said Giroud is really good at making others better. He just can't do
Yeah,
anything himself, is what he said, basically.
yeah,
But what I find crazy about Benzema is he's just been playing for 5 years with a maximum 5 year sentence hanging over his head. The trial is this year,
Yeah.
and if it goes badly, he go to jail.
Yeah,
It's insane.
but surely he doesn't though. It just seems that he wouldn't. You know
So what
what
do
I
you
mean?
think? Well, it's like the
Like,
Lucas Hernandez thing. He's supposed to go to jail.
yeah, isn't it like he's got like 10 days to voluntarily like go to jail, and then if he
Go
doesn't,
to jail for 6 months.
yeah,
Oh, he
for
can appeal it, but like it's not looking good.
yeah. But it's weird because it's like, how do you? I don't know. It's one of those delicate subjects because it's like if he did, domestically abuse his wife
This is
allegedly,
Lucas Hernandez we're talking
yeah,
about now. Yeah.
allegedly, but he's still
So
with
give us
his
a
like,
story. Give us a story.
well, like apparently there was a domestic abuse case between him and his at the time girlfriend, and then now it's escalated to where he I think in 2017, 2018, something like that, he broke the restraining order. So obviously there's meant to be like you're not allowed to see or whatever. So he broke that, and now they're married.
So that's where it comes in. They
Exactly.
had a domestic argument, and somehow the government got involved. And the government, the Spanish government, stepped in and said, "Right, you two too toxic, can't hang out." Probably not the worst thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Too
but the
toxic.
breaking of the restraining order was them going on the honeymoon together.
Yeah.
So he's going to jail for 6 months supposedly
Mm.
for breaking a restraining order with a woman who
That's what
like
I mean.
clearly still likes it. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like he chased her down the street with a fucking machete.
Yeah.
They went to their honeymoon together.
Yeah. That's why it's one of those iffy situations. It could just be the Spanish
Nanny
government.
state.
I think it's just the Spanish government's angry that he pledged allegiance to fucking France instead of Spain. Because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
could they play for France for Spain?
I'm pretty sure he like in the juniors he played for Spain, and then like when it became like professional, he chose France.
Yeah, I've always thought Lucas and Teo Hernandez is like not a French name.
I mean, yeah, Hernandez just on its own is like, come on, like
Yeah,
some type of Spanish influence. But I remember when it was playing, they're
yeah,
like Luke when he scored the world, I'm like Lucas Hernandez. I'm like, what? How is that
yeah.
French?
How does that name? How do you say that name in French?
Yeah, you don't. It's just Hernandez or just Lucas.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
Luca.
but yeah, the absolute messes out there.
That's a wild scenario.
Yeah.
Dude, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's weird because Giorgino, he's Italian. He's like
Georgina.
full blown Brazilian.
Yeah, again, Georgie.
Giorgino,
Yeah, and he's got the
no,
Brazil.
he's not Italian at all. He's got
But
no Italian blood.
and he's like he's got the Brazilian name where it's just the one name, like Ronaldinho or something. He's just Jorginho.
Yeah, his story is he was Brazilian, born and raised Brazilian, normal Brazilian. Just lucky he's
Normal
white because
Brazilian.
people would not like he looks Italian. He looks like a white
I was gonna
Italian.
say
He's short,
there's probably a big
slim
Italian
face.
influx in Argentina. Like,
Yeah,
I was in
I don't know if
Argentina.
he is,
Brazil.
but it's just Brazil. It's just like by chance. But he lived in
Mm.
Brazil. He moved over to Italy to play football for Hellas Verona. His agent was shafting him. He was getting $28 a week or something.
Jesus.
And then eventually his football career took off in Italy.
Mm.
But when he was like an adult, and then he pledged allegiance to Italy. So he's like not Italian. It's wild how like late they can just change their nationalities.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure like was it Zaha? I think tried to change or might have
He did
changed.
change. He plays for Ivory Coast.
Yeah, for Ivory Coast. I think there was rumors that was it not Rashford? It was some big
Mikel Antonio wants to play for Jamaica.
that's it. Sorry, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, Mikel Antonio wants to pledge his allegiance to Jamaica. I mean, they're gonna get slapped anyway, but I mean, if you want to play
I
international
mean, they'll be all
football,
right. They could get to the World Cup because they're playing against like America and Central America.
yeah, but they got
So
slapped
if
by
they get all these,
America recently.
yeah, but if they get more rejects from England, they could be good.
Yeah.
Like if like this is never going to happen, but in another world where Raheem Sterling falls out of favor, he could
Mm.
play for Jamaica. I don't think
But
he can
that's what I
anymore.
mean. Yeah, it's too late now. But I wouldn't mind that if like you allowed that flexibility just to make it more
They
interesting.
should. I agree 100%. If you're not picked by England, you
Yeah.
should be allowed just to go and play for
Yeah,
Jamaica.
because I know like in other sports, at least from my experience, like rugby league or something.
Sorry,
A
it was
lot
Greenwood.
Greenwood, that's
Jamaica
it.
trying to
Yeah,
convince Greenwood to play.
yeah,
Bro.
that's what I mean. I
Bro.
knew it was like some Man United player, but yeah, like especially because there's no like financial discrepancy either. Like it's not like you're gonna be making maybe sponsorship wise, but mate, if you're Marcus, no, not Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, and you're the face of Jamaica, bro, that's bank.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
bank. Opposed to
Or
being some
actually,
bank.
no. Do you really reckon?
Well, I don't want it might get too political, but do you think he could be the face of the England team? Him be the face. Like if you think of the England team, you think of Harry Kane. You
Not
think of
anymore. Well, Marcus Rashford.
You think of Mason Matt. You think of Declan Rice for obvious reasons.
You're just saying all the white
No,
guys.
exactly. I didn't want to allude to it, but think about it.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's what it
That's
is.
why I think City bought Grealish. I think City bought Grealish because they wanted England's happy-go-lucky, pretty white guy to kind of clean their image. Because I think I've said this before. People in England are like City kind of get like they have this like all their players are foreign.
Mm.
They got foreign coach, foreign owners. They get clowned on for not being a real club. I think commercially they wanted England's pretty white guy. I think that was part of it.
Yeah, no, that's actually a point that I didn't even think of. But
why do you think they wanted Harry Kane? Because they wanted England's.
But you got to think about it as well. It just happens that they're two of the best players in the Premier League.
Yeah, but I mean, they could have gone for Lukaku. They didn't go for Lukaku.
Yeah, no, you make a fair point.
Yeah.
You make a fair point. I didn't even think about that. I wonder if that's the approach that like the Newcastle takeover would go with, like try and get a lot of English players, or if they're just
That's
gonna
what people were saying.
or they're just gonna go because I know like
they want to look
like,
humble.
Yeah, they're like there's people like Ross Barkley that are like, on the radar of Newcastle. I'm like Ross Barkley. I'm like the guy hasn't even played for Chelsea in fucking time. But I guess
people have been saying they're going to have to be more careful, dude. The Premier
financial
League,
fair play.
They blocked their marketing because they knew they were going to do the Man City thing, which is so rich of Man City to do that. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I just know the financial fair play.
That's how City originally circumvented financial fair play. In the financial fair play, I think you can only spend on transfers a certain amount of your profit or your revenue. So Man City didn't have as much revenue, so they just said, okay, the Arabs, the Emirates who owned them,
Qatar,
said, okay,
Qatar.
Qatar and PSG. You got to keep up with your different Arab countries.
Yeah, well, I got to figure out where the oil money is.
That country was owned Man City, and they were like, okay, we don't make enough money. Then our airline, Emirates, will just sponsor Man City for 10 times what it's really worth. And then, oh, look, there's amount of money that we can spend now. And so they didn't want Newcastle to do the same thing. Yeah,
because I think they're saying that Newcastle has about 200 million, I think, around, maybe give or take.
They can spend in January.
But it's like, who are you going to get? I mean, they do need to spend heaps because they're literally at the bottom of the table. So it's like, it would be an absolute shafting if they get relegated.
I would laugh so hard. My boys took 3 points off them. Thank you.
Yeah. Look, dude, fair play to your boys. They've actually hit top 5 now. So good on them. It looked pretty bleak. It looked pretty bleak for a while.
100%.
Nuno out.
Oh, I'm still not so keen on him because he doesn't know how to use subs. But like, where if Jaffet Tanganga had got sent off against Palace, we would have drew that game probably. Maybe even nicked the goal with the talent that we had on the field.
Yeah.
We would be, say 1 point, we'd be above Brighton. We'd be top 4. We're 5th right now. We're 5th, baby.
Hold your horse.
If we beat West Ham, we're going top 4. Well, probably not going to beat West Ham.
I was gonna say West Ham's gone. But no, I mean, look, when we restarted the podcast, I remember I was just clowning you about Tottenham and the Harry Kane mess and all that. So it looks like everything's chilling until Newcastle buy Harry Kane, obviously, and then it's over.
That's what I was thinking. If you're Newcastle, just buy Harry Kane. Like, go. Yeah. You have the money. Just give us. And also, like, Spurs will care less about selling him to them
because they know threat.
Just give us 150 million. The only problem is for Harry Kane is he's not getting younger, and he doesn't want to go there.
Yeah, well, he forfeits Europe. So
yeah, exactly. They need players who can't ask for any better. They need mercenaries right now.
Yeah, they need the off cuts. That's what I mean. It's like Mbappe's 100% not going to Newcastle.
Not going there. They haven't got UCL.
Dumb. Yeah, it's like you're dumb.
But they will get. But what they will get is wonder kids from South America, Italy, Spain, Portugal, who will go, you're offering me 300 grand a week? Sold. No Europe. I don't give a fuck. 300 grand a week
Really,
for my
I
family in
feel,
Brazil.
I honestly feel like they might just go the English route and just get like the best English talent, and then just try and get into Europe. And then once they get into Europe, they can literally splurge on the big dogs.
Exactly. But either way, they're going to get top players because it's just going to
Yeah,
offer so much money that, okay, you won't play Champions League, but you're getting 200 grand a week and you're an
yeah.
average Premier League player.
That's what I
Big
mean.
whoop.
Yeah, I mean, what Raheem Sterling's probably gonna go there. Like they're gonna get like a bunch
Yeah,
of
it
like,
solves that problem.
yeah.
Sharks
Like I
Barcelona
think there
solves
was
that
rumors
problem.
about like Coutinho as well. Like Coutinho, like
Tino,
I
yeah.
mean, he's already won a Champions League. He couldn't really give a shit anymore.
True, but he wants to play in Barcelona. It's been difficult. He's not clearly not in Barcelona's plans. So
Yeah, I mean,
should we you've got anything else to say?
no, I think we it's a bit weird.
Should we hit this mid roll?
I think we hit the little ad break. A little
All
ad
right.
break. Let's pay some rent.
All right. So, and we are
Wow.
back.
Oh, mate, what an
What a
ad break.
professional ad.
What a professional
Professional
ad,
ad.
mate.
Gamble responsibly, but what an
Mate, we're moving up in the world.
ad.
We're moving up in the world.
100%.
But yeah,
Um,
I guess like you referenced, we need to get into the NBA because it's NBA season, baby.
Mate, I'm looking
Look,
here on the
sprung up.
Southern Cross Bet app.
Yeah.
There's Korean KBL. Not got my Bolivian friends, but there is the Philippine Cup. You know, the Chinese
Mate,
CBA,
the Philippine
of
Cup
course.
bangs.
The Czech NBL, kind of stealing the NBL from Australia's name, but we'll allow it.
Yeah. I like how they just add
What do
check
you
in
wanna-
front of it.
Yeah. What do you want to what all the FIBA Champions League? That sounds saucy. What do you want to kick off of it with
No, I just
NBA?
say
We thought we'd go
it's
some
good.
NBA
It's just
chat.
NBA season, but it feels like it's just sprung up on us all of a sudden. Like it's like besides that, like did you see the 75 year anniversary ad? That was pretty gun. But
I did not. I did not.
you should watch. You should watch it. It's pretty gun. But I mean, like besides that, it's sort of just sprung up on us because I think
Well, we
we do-
shafted ourselves because we're too stupid and unorganized. It takes like we record on a Wednesday or Thursday. It takes a
Yeah.
day to post it. By the time we post it, like two games are going to be played.
exactly. Well, I mean, yeah. At this time, we already had two games played. It was the Warriors and the Lakers, and the Bucks and the Nets. Pretty good games. Pretty good games.
They
But
were
I mean,
good games.
it's hard to give an indication. Like it's not like oh the Bucks won, so now the Bucks are like the championship favorites. It's like it was just the first game. It is what it is.
Oh,
But it,
mate, I was thinking about if we. I think the Nets like they can't win the East unless I think they can be the best to win the East, but to
Mm.
come top seed, their regular season is going to be an absolute circus.
yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like they just need to get to the playoffs, and then who knows what can happen from there. Like if I'm looking at it now, let me see let's see what SCB is saying about the odds.
We can
It's
pick
very-
the Eastern and Western Conference winners.
Yeah, like look, it's obviously short favorites from Brooklyn and Milwaukee,
They are.
but I mean Chicago, maybe not to win the East, but I'm liking the Chicago. Like they look decent, very decent. Miami, decent.
Why
Like,
don't we just go
got-
down and sort of
They got there
rally off
before.
our thoughts?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nets, what are you thinking this season?
Well, I mean,
Regular
look,
season and then postseason.
yeah. Well, look, we've already talked to
We
them.
started the worst one. This one's going to take ages.
Yeah, look, we've already talked about them a lot, so we're not going to get
They're
through it.
$2.25 to win the East.
Well, like realistically, they should be winning the East. They've got a gun team. You got James Harden, Kevin Durant, Patty Mills. In the first game went 7 for 7
he's
from three.
so good.
I mean,
He's so good.
look, hey, Ben Simmons, take notes. We'll get to Ben Simmons later, but Ben Simmons, take notes. Yeah, like they have a gun side. Like it makes sense why they should be short favorites. And think about how short they are now. And if somehow in the atmosphere Kyrie does a backflip and he ends up playing again, then I think they're pretty much in the box seat to win the take out the East.
You don't think? Yeah, I think with all three. I mean, you look at the fact that they pushed the Bucks so deep with
Without
only
Kyrie.
KD, without
Yeah.
Kyrie, without
And
Patty Mills.
Injured Harden. Like Harden would literally limp.
Injured Harden basically didn't play.
Yeah.
He's wearing his early season fat suit again. I don't understand.
I know.
He's getting he looks fat, and in 2 weeks' time, he'll look shredded.
Dude, I honestly need to get on his
I
diet
need what
plan.
he's taken. I need to
Yeah.
I need that.
And like when we say fat, like he doesn't look like he's big and thick. He just looks like immensely out of shape,
Chubby. Yeah, he just looks chubby.
which is even more impressive that he's a gun. Like I can only respect him
That's the frustrating thing.
as a chubby guy myself. I can only respect him for what he's doing.
I actually think that's interesting though. The rule changes. The NBA are not going to give away the Trae Young foul, I guess is the best way to the hunting for fouls outside of the perimeter. If you on the perimeter, if you want to hunt fouls, you have to get to the basket basically.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge difference in James Harden's under overs on the points.
Mm.
Mate, I think insane betting theory, dude. Now that
That's
we're
cheeky.
not, what do you think about that rule change?
Well, look, it's something that needed to happen for a long time, and it's good. I just hope that it's something that they persist with through the whole season, and they don't just get complacent and be like, just revert back to old ways. Because then
that's true. Like the NRL, they completely changed the rule and then just slowly gave up.
Yeah, exactly. Gave up because it's like people are complaining, and then it's like this is a good rule at least.
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, look, it's something that's not hard to even distinguish either. Like we all know what they're trying to do. Like if you're just flailing your arms, you're just not going to get the call. I think that's just if you're flailing your arms, you're not going to get the call. That's it.
That's good because it's shit to watch.
Yeah, unless I'm the ref and I can hear like an actual slap on the forearm, like a loud slap. And I don't hear anything. You just flail your arms. Like play on, mate.
Yeah, I agree, and it makes the game flow more smoothly. It allows defenders to actually defend. I think it's good.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say was, now that we're sponsored by Betting Show, I just want to make sure before I say this that I'm an idiot and that this theory is probably not going to work. But I was thinking today, I haven't done it yet. I actually hit on a multi today, thank God.
Thanks to Southern Cross Bet.
Thanks to Southern Cross Bet. Oh, it's actually thanks to my intelligence, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Take the brag.
No, well, my intelligence usually fails me. But
yeah.
Under overs on Trae Young and James Harden points, I think is like the closest thing to a lock that I can come up with because now, like, it's the same thing with the NRL. If you had bet on the overs when the rule changes happened on try
you would have made filthy money.
You would have made so much money. Same thing here, like James Harden. If I go to and try to get like James Harden or James Harden points today, let me just go to James Harden point today.
You only had like 18. I think he had 18 points, maybe.
Yeah. Is he 100% though? Because we have to keep that in mind.
Well, I mean, look, we did literally fat shame him, so no.
20 points. He only got 20 points. He's under over. I guarantee you would have.
He's probably like in 30.
Well over 20 points. I didn't even look at it because I didn't think of this until today.
Yeah.
And then if we go to, I think the I don't know about Trae Young. Trae Young's so good. I don't want to bet on the unders against him.
That's what I mean. But Trae Young does have those games though, like Harden. Like they are pretty much the same player. They always have like a game where they just go 1 from 10 from 3-point land and get like 15 points with like 14 free throws or something, something like that.
Yes.
So you could get you could get sneaky with that.
So with them, if I'm trying to find a game with Trae Young in it, like I for the life of me, they must not be playing very soon. But he's won. Well, where are we? Atlanta. Where's the ATL, brother?
Where's the ATL?
ATL. They're playing the Mavs.
Fuck, that's a juicy game.
The points. Come on. Oh, they haven't up. I can't find it on any app.
That's a good one as well. Luka may be under on the points as well because he's a victim of that.
Luka too. Yeah,
he's a victim of that. What I like to do.
All those players.
Yeah. What I like to do, my betting strategy. Again, look. Do not trust me, but this is just an opinion.
Gamble responsibly. The first way to gamble responsibly is to not listen to us.
Exactly, but I always like to bet on the rookies because the rookies, it's so. No, because it's so sporadic, you don't know. So if you can find, if like someone like I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, someone like Josh Christopher from the Houston Rockets. If he's on the market for over under on points, I will go on the overs on the points. Because he's a strategy. Because I know how he plays. He's a chucker. But because he's a rookie, we don't know what he's actually going to do. We don't know what his game minutes are. Like his value is going to be higher. Someone like even like Cade Cunningham.
You reckon?
Some and like rookies as well. The big rookies, they always usually have like their points higher,
Ah, yeah.
and because they're not going to perform well in the first like 10 games or whatever because they're getting used to it. So there's someone like a Jalen Green. I think you could hit the unders depending on what he is. That's what I always like to
Jalen
look at.
Green. Mate, that guy's got swag. I don't know if
He
I'd bet on
does,
the unders or for a
and then
guy
and
that's
then
got that
and then I
much
like to
swag.
and then I just like to bet on like the
Jordan
terrible
Clarkson,
teams.
move out. The Philippines' newest swag lord in the NBA has arrived.
Yeah, no, you had your time. You ruined it with Ali Russell, so you're second on my tier now. You're second, Jordan Clarkson. But yeah, I like to do that, and then I like to bet on the really shit teams. Like Cleveland Cavaliers is like the best team to bet on.
I wanted to say shit teams on national TV or shit teams with players who are good on national TV, but they're not happy.
Mm.
Bro, you can make money that way. You can also
Dude,
lose money,
dude,
but you can make money.
yeah, like Darius Garland, Colin Sexton. Thank you.
On a national TV, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton going off,
I know.
going off.
Yeah,
Whereas, like, if you're betting,
Kevin Love trying to get traded.
dude, what's going on with Kevin Love?
I don't
Is
know.
he just like chilling?
His career, yeah. I mean, look, he's got the
I saw an
bag. He's won a
architecture
chip.
video. I saw an architecture video on his home.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Insane.
Yeah, of course.
Insane.
In Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's minus 2 points already.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the Scandinavian thing, where they make the inside of their houses so nice because they spend so much time in there because in winter you can't go outside.
Mm.
You live in Cleveland, you're rich. You make your house so nice because you're in Cleveland, you don't want to go outside.
Yeah, sure. I didn't even think about that. Like, you probably have to care about your home a lot because you're going to be in it for a long time.
Yeah, you live in LA, you're gonna be outside all the time, but
Yeah.
you know, Miami, but
Yeah.
you live in
And
Cleveland.
it's true because, like, I remember, like, I was just hearing, like, you hear, like, people like, I think it was like Kuzma and it's like when they were like their rookie year or whatever. And they're like, oh, yeah, we live in the same apartment complex. And I thought, like, you live in an apartment, you can easily buy a house. But then I thought about it this way. I was like, you know what? If you're living in LA, why do you need a house, mate? You just be out all the time anyway.
100%. And it's just all this maintenance, all this shit that you have to worry about. Like,
yeah,
you just want a big enough apartment that you can get a home workout in, and that's it. I've thought about this.
That is good. That is good.
Circle back.
Yeah, I was gonna say
circle back.
I was gonna say anyone else you're saying in the East, like I said, I think the Chicago Bulls, if you're looking for a complete outsider, is something that I wouldn't mind. Like, look,
you hate money. Do you hate money? The Chicago Bulls at $26, they could be at $1,000 a cent. I wouldn't bet on them.
Look,
they're never
boss,
winning.
Look, I like balls, and when I mean balls, I mean Lonzo and LaMelo. And I do like Lonzo.
You clearly don't like money. You clearly don't like money if you're betting on Chicago.
Well, look, you have Zoe, you have the Caruso, uniting back the Lakers connection. We can't forget about that. You got DeRozan, who is DeRozan. DeRozan's gonna do DeRozan thing. You got you're a rude man, boss. He's definitely not washed. You got Zach LaVine, Zach LaVine's basically the heir apparent to Michael Jordan. Then you got Nikola Vucevic, who is basically like Jokic, except not as great. But you basically got Jokic.
Mate.
You got Patrick Williams, who's a great defender, had a good rookie season. You still got Kobe White on the bench, great six-man, electric scorer. You got a squad.
Was it Lowry Marketing? Oh yeah, they traded him to Cleveland because they're an incompetent organization.
Are you dumb, boss? We talked about this before. Lowry Marketing is absolute trash.
No, he's not.
Trash,
he's an animal.
But he can't even. But you know what? He's probably playing on the bench at Cleveland. I guarantee he's playing on the bench, isn't he?
Mate, we all saw him. Ball don't lie. We saw him in his rookie season. The man's good. If he's struggling, it's because of the fucking organization. I'm just being honest.
Really, you're gonna say that him not being able to start on the Cleveland Cavaliers is
he will be good at Cleveland. Oh, what? Like Cleveland are an organization that know how to use their resources.
Well, obviously not. That's what I mean. Like, think about it. They're the only team that wanted it.
Oh, jeez.
Think about it.
Turn that right around on me.
That's what I mean. They're the only
true.
team. They're the only team. I didn't hear the Miami Heat calling for his name or the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah,
Maybe
Toronto. I think they're what's their under over wins? I reckon this is one where
you just go low.
I hope you can do this. I heard Bill Simmons doing one of these. I don't know. It's a hard thing to get. I don't think they have it, unfortunately. Under over on winners, but if I could, they're definitely going to be great value. Like, what is their games? Like, that's a team where, like, people forgot it's the Toronto Raptors. Like, This isn't. They're $1.69 against the Washington Wizards. They're definitely gonna beat the Washington Wizards.
Well, I mean, everyone's gonna beat the Washington Wizards, bro.
Yeah,
They got that one white guy from Gonzaga that's just shooting threes. That's it. You got Kuzma.
like
Dude, Kuzma, I can't believe he's actually made like $50 million in his career. He's done extraordinarily well because he is so
mate, the
trash.
Puma deal. They got Neymar wearing Kuzma jumpers. He's doing
Bro,
well out of Puma.
oh, geez. I was gonna say something, but
Huge L for them. Huge L for
yeah.
them. They signed him when he
Look,
was in LA,
look,
and
I'll
now
say
he's
that.
traded to a small
I'd rather
market.
have Candace Parker on my team than Kyle Kuzma.
Shut the fuck. Why do we have to start this?
I have that.
Why do we have to start
But he's
this?
trash.
You
That's
really
all I
reckon?
can-
You really reckon?
I mean, look, Candace Parker got 16, 10, 5, and 4 in the final game of the
Can she shoot
WNBA.
threes?
Bro, she's filthy. She's insane.
Okay, then yeah.
It's
Dude, I'd love to see a WNBA player just like actually make an NBA roster. That would be so funny. It'd just be like,
it would be mad though, but yeah, it would.
because she'd be earning the bags. Dude, she'd be
Yeah.
earning like 20 times what
Well, I'm pretty sure. Like,
WNBA
I'm pretty
players
sure.
earn.
Dude, I'm pretty sure. Like in the '90s or something. I think the number one, like, college player, number one female college player, like, trialed for the Indiana Pacers, maybe or something. Like this is in the '80s, '90s, and they said like she wasn't that bad. Like it was a
That's
fair
good.
go. It was a fair
I
go.
reckon.
So.
Am I an idiot for thinking that like the girl, like I struggle to think that Liz Cambridge would be more useless than like DeAndre Jordan at this stage.
Oh, you're a fan boy.
Like I struggle to think that Hassan Whiteside contributes more than like Liz Cambridge could. I mean, obviously her attitude is terrible, but if she had a
Yeah.
good attitude,
Mm.
or like like
Look, I
maybe
can
she'd
see-
get bodied down low. She probably would get bodied down low. But
Yeah.
she's big.
Yeah, like I don't know. She can dunk, so it's like, yeah. Look, I don't know. I don't know what she will do.
Yeah, I think no. I think we're talking absolute shit. I think they will all get bodied in the NBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
We're just gonna be honest here. They'd all get bodied.
Yeah, like I think we'll
Um,
try to tiptoe around everything. I think they all get absolutely slapped.
Yeah, we were trying to be like politically correct.
Yeah.
We can't.
Because I remember like
We
you know how,
can't.
you know Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah.
I remember like he used to when fans used to say like he's shit like on Twitter. It's not like you're shit, like you're the worst player, like you're lucky that you get to play in the NBA, like I would absolutely dominate you. He will invite them to the Celtics practice, or he'll like invite them to like a game of 1-on-1, and he'll just slap everyone, even like
Dude,
Division
that's
One,
what we forget.
even like Division One players who just slap like 11-0.
Dude, the difference between like NBA, like they're built different, as we say. Like Patrick Beverly, have you seen his high school numbers? Patrick Beverly,
Dude, he
you
had
think of
30
him like
points.
no talent? No, dude, you think of it like 50-point triple doubles. Dude, he was like Michael Jordan in high school, but like he gets the NBA and you're like no talent, all hard work. He's like
Yeah.
a dog. He's just like you're like a classic like enforcer, but he's like insane. He actually is an amazing basketball player and just levels
Yeah.
above everyone else.
Dude, that's like Dennis Rodman. I'm pretty sure Dennis Rodman, like in college, averaged like 28 and like 11. Like, the guy had
Jesus Christ.
28 points, and the guy literally had games where he had 0 points and 28 rebounds. Like, that's
Oh,
wild.
Jesus
It is
Christ.
wild. I mean, look,
Yeah, the difference.
yeah, he's an absolute wild man. But look, moving on to the Western Conference, I'm just scrolling through.
No, I wanted to say quickly,
Okay.
and I know this is, I'm not just saying this to bring up a Ben Simmons segment.
Oh, here
Philadelphia.
we go. Let me
Philadelphia.
let me set up for this one.
Maybe
Let me
I
set
hate
up.
money. Maybe I'm a fool for saying this. Maybe I hate money, but I think, oh, I like that feature. Maybe I hate money, but Philadelphia at $10.
You're done.
Am I really?
You're done.
Am I
You're
really?
you're honestly done. Unless
Am I really dumb?
unless you can be sneaky, and you're forecasting the opportunity that Ben Simmons gets traded, and let's say they get like a Bradley Beal or something.
Not even. I'm not even thinking about Philadelphia. I'm thinking about Kyrie doesn't get vaxxed. Kevin Durant's body just wears down. James Harden's body wears down because he's still not 100%.
Giannis could wear down.
They no longer have PJ Tucker. They have a team big enough to hold Giannis up if Giannis's jump shot doesn't develop, which, by the
Yeah.
way, I want to bet because of his jump shot, so looking like it's developing.
It looks insane.
I think they could do it. I think I think if the Nets implode, then they got to worry about the Heat, who are $10, by the way. I think Heat for $10 is worse value than the Sixers. I think the Sixers for a flyer
Um,
just to win the East.
I can't
Just to
believe you
win the
had.
East.
I honestly can't believe you honestly had the audacity to poo-poo my Chicago Bulls take when you're going with Philadelphia. The Chicago Bulls, and I'm not even capping. I'm not even doing it for the
The
argument. I'm
Chicago
not.
Bulls
Dude,
couldn't
I'm
beat
not.
the Sixers. The Sixers played in
I'm.
wheelchairs,
I'm
mate.
not even doing devil's advocate. I'm telling you, the Chicago Bulls in a 7-game series is going only to 4 games, and they're sweeping the
Chicago.
76ers. But they're trash. They're
Chicago.
literally trash.
No, they've got regular season players. They're
Bro,
not. They haven't.
Literally at every
They're
position.
not built for the playoffs.
Literally, besides Embiid,
What was their record
Embiid,
last year? What was their
Dude,
record last year?
they literally have a whole new team. I think they only had like 2
Not
players
the-
that were on the team. Besides-
Vucevic and
Yeah,
and Levine.
but he got traded like in the middle of the season. Like,
What were they second half of the season? Let's bring it up. We want to do this. Let's do this. Chicago
really,
Bulls.
was he gonna do this? All I have to say is Philadelphia have repeatedly disappointed, and they haven't gotten better, they've only gotten worse. So to expect that they're gonna
Mate,
break through
the only Philadelphia team Chicago beating are the fucking Flyers, mate.
you're dumb, boss. The only thing good happening in Philadelphia is buddy Braithwaite from Barcelona trying to help the housing over there. That's the only thing that's happening over there. Everything else is absolutely terrible for the town of Philadelphia. Your team sucks. The Eagles suck.
What do you mean
Everything
the
sucks.
team sucks? Why do you always have to do this? You always have to make it
76ers
personal.
are trash. They're honestly trash. Like, I love Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle, gun. Matisse Thybulle, gun. Danny Green.
Okay, all right.
You saying
fine.
Danny Green? Trash. The guy has been
Second half of the season.
Mate, Danny
Okay,
Green
second
has been
half of the
eating
season.
off. He's been eating off the one body title he won for the
has been.
Spurs.
I will be honest. That is true, but also remember the Bulls. Let's look at this. You want to do this? Let's look at this.
Mate,
Starting
it's
from
a different team.
April,
It's a
starting from April
different
last
team.
year.
It's a different team.
Okay, well, L L L L L W W
See, but
L W L W L L L L W W W L W L.
Obviously, they were tanking to get a better draft pick to get the players that they got in the offseason. Let's not try and use stats the way that you want to use stats. I'm using it.
That is a great point. That is a good
They're
point.
trying to tank. They're trying to use a draft pick and try and get better numbers.
Okay, what's their starting five? You tell me their starting five, and I'll try to keep a straight face.
I don't know. We'll compare. Right, point guard Lonzo Ball, Ben Simmons, literally the same player. If not, Lonzo's better.
Lonzo,
you can't deny.
Lonzo's not getting sent home from training for having a phone in his pocket whilst they're shooting around.
We can say that Lonzo wins out. If anything, I'll even let you say Ben Simmons because he is bigger and he has more talent. Okay, you can say that. But for purpose, we can just say that as a nil. That was a 0 because they're equal.
Yeah.
Shooting guard, Zach LaVine. Done. Who is the shooting guard?
Yeah.
Korkmaz?
I mean, Jack Levine's
Danny
defense
Green?
is
Danny
not
Green?
great, but
Like we said,
he's a great player. He's a great
eating off
player.
the lap of Greg Popovich, even though he doesn't even play for Greg Popovich anymore. So we can say that.
He's a great player.
More
and,
forward?
You know, he's got a big season. He's got a career season. This is the season that defines his career.
No,
so.
100%. Yeah. Coming off the Olympics, gold medalist. Sounds like Michael Jordan to me. Small forward, DeMar DeRozan. Who's the small forward? Who's the small forward for Philly?
Tobias Harris?
Oh my God. You can't sit here with a straight face knowing the amount of times we message each other on Instagram, the amount of times we talked about it in person, about how much Tobias Harris is trash. You cannot say that Tobias Harris is as good as DeMar DeRozan.
Trash. He's just a thief. He's just a thief. And I'm not talking about
He's stealing an income.
Field.
You know he's stealing an income. So DeMar DeRozan wins that one. Power forward.
Definitely not.
Power forward, it could be Patrick Williams, who's the power forward for the 76ers. That's what I mean. You can't even name their starting five.
Matisse
is getting bullied. Like, kids, I love Matisse, but he can't
Matisse will
score.
play at 3. Matisse will play at 3.
He can't
Matisse
score.
will play at 3.
Like, it's literally Embiid. And look, Embiid's insane.
Kobe will play at 4.
Embiid's insane. We can all say Embiid's insane. But Vucevic is an all-star. Let's not forget about that. He's probably at least a top 5 center in the game. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, he's good, but again, totally unproven when it counts.
Think about it. To me, Lonzo Ball, top 15 point guard at least. That's being generous. Top 15 point guard at least. Zach LaVine,
Yeah.
top. Zach
And
Levine
credit to
probably
him for working on his game.
exactly. Zach Levine probably top three, if not at least top five shooting guard. DeMar DeRozan, top 10 small forward. Patrick Williams.
Gorgeous Niang, Andre Drummond, trash, trash.
That's what I
Tyrese
mean.
Maxey,
Andre
Seth
Drummond is
Curry.
like, bro, what is this team?
Tyrese Maxey, Seth
Hey, boss,
Curry.
and the coach, Doc Rivers, boss. Do we need to speak more? Doc Rivers,
Jesus
boss.
Christ.
Do we need to speak more?
Joel, but I still can't get it. In the playoffs when it slows down. Joel Embiid is 10 times better than anyone the Chicago Bulls have. For all the things that I don't like about him, for how he's a big man, for how he's not very malleable. If he's healthy, they're winning that series.
So can you repeat that again?
Vucevic is going to have to get a new birth certificate because he's going to enter a new life because his current life's going to get finished by Joel Embiid.
Just repeat that again. Can you say it again? If he's what?
If he's healthy.
Yep, end of story.
Yeah, and look.
So was he healthy in the playoffs? Yeah, end of story.
Yeah, look, I know.
Did he have to?
He's Jack Wilshere FC.
So did he have to
stay healthy?
Did he have to take a game off because he nearly shat himself? Nothing. Nothing, boss. So, look, do you want to get into the Ben Simmons
for the Eastern Conference?
I was gonna say, do you want to get into the Ben Simmons?
We can discuss it. Yeah, we've probably got about half hour left. We can get into it.
There's a bit of a deep dive for Ben Simmons. All right, let's go to the Western Conference. Lakers. No.
Why don't we get into Ben Simmons? Why aren't we getting into Ben Simmons?
You want to get into Ben Simmons now?
Yeah, 100%. We got the time.
All right, mess.
Explain further. You're the chief Ben Simmons hater here, so I need you to explain.
Look, I am not saying that I am Houdini. I am not saying I am David Blaine. I am not saying that I am connected with astrology. Yes, I am a Capricorn. It might have changed because you know how to add another one.
That word hurts my.
Look. Do I potentially foresee the future? Maybe, because based on what I've been saying for literally, how long's the podcast been going for? 4 years, nearly 5 years.
Yeah.
I've literally consistently said Ben Simmons is overrated. He had the bad attitude, and the support that he gets, especially from the Australian public, is disgraceful. And I think it's finally turned around. I think it's finally turned around because even the people that love him are hating to love him. Is he the Conor McGregor of the NBA? Feelings-wise, think about the way that people think about Conor McGregor. We're like, oh my god, he's a mess. He's going off the rails. Like just the general terminology that people use to describe Conor McGregor now is probably the same way you can describe Ben Simmons. He's a mess. He doesn't care about the sport. He's all over the place. He's more focused on trying to get Stormy sloppy seconds. Like what are you doing, bro?
Is that Maya Jama out with Stormzy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Mate, she dined out from Storm. That's how she got. Maybe, I'm not gonna say that's how she got famous. Let's say she was famous beforehand, but she became more well known through Stormzy. So
I'm not gonna say she wasn't famous beforehand, but I only know about her because of Stormzy. Exactly. Is what you want to say.
Exactly. So look,
rude.
Look, he had to pack up his bags, and I assumed that he would have been packing his ego as well when he went to Philadelphia to go and practice with them. That's what I would have assumed. Right? If you're going back to training, even if you hate the organization, even if you disagree with anything that they've said about you, I think Doc Rivers said that, he didn't say that he couldn't win a championship with Ben Simmons, but he didn't say he could.
That was just him making excuses for himself, though. I got to step up for Ben Simmons here. Yeah. That was just Doc Rivers making excuses for another bottled title run.
Like, anything he could use, I could even agree with that. Like, look, maybe it's 50-50. Maybe it's 50-50 Ben Simmons' fault. It's 50-50 Philadelphia's, the way they've treated him and the way they've gone about pretty much chucking him under the bus in the playoffs.
They have made their bet as well.
Yeah. But I think for Ben Simmons to get on side, he's not going to get on side with me. I just don't think me and him are ever going to see eye to eye. But for him to get on side with the Philadelphia fans, the Aussie fans, and any Ben Simmons fans, I think if he just packed his ego, he trained hard, he showed how good he was, he's posting on Instagram shirtless. Look at me, I'm training. Look at me, I'm practicing on my 3-point shot with Rajon Rondo.
Look at my bat signal for the Instagram hose.
Exactly. Look at me trying to launch into the ether that I'm ready for the DMs, even though I'm with my jammer. Interesting. But, if you're going to training, pack up your ego, train hard.
You know why he has to send out that bat signal for the DMs? So that instead of him shooting his shot, the girls shoot their shot, because we know where his shot would land.
Yeah. No way. Missing the rim. But yeah, so like, yeah, that's what I mean. If you're going to training, I just expect you to pack your ego. And that's what I think that's what Danny Green said, like in the comment, even though he goes like, look, if he or it's a professional game, if you're gonna come in, be professional, train hard, do your job. Because this is your job. This is why you're getting paid. And for him to walk around, not
The
even
phone
thinking
in his
about anything
pocket.
with your phone in your pocket, mate. I go to the gym and I don't even put my phone in my pocket. I put it like on the floor or something. So
Stealing
for
your
him to
phone.
play basketball, for him to refuse to do drills, for him to not join the huddle, the huddle one, I know everyone's trying to harp on that. Realistically, I don't think it's really a big deal. If he doesn't like his team, if he doesn't like the organization, it is what it is. But at least be professional, at least do your job, and just show
Be
that.
pleasant.
Yeah, be not even be play, but just be like competent because this is your job. This is what you
I
get paid
guess.
for.
I mean, I wanted to say though, looking at the photos of him at training, he does respect. He does deserve a maybe not respect, but I think we can recognize how fucking terrible that session would have been. Showing up to a place like that where you know everyone hates you, everyone's been shit talking you. It is the definition of social awkwardness to have
Oh
to
yeah,
attend that thing.
yeah,
Stand there knowing that have the coach do drills, knowing that you like that guy thinks you're shit and has told people you're shit. You probably
yeah.
hate him. Teammates who have thrown you under the bus. Like it would have been so fucking like Ben's brain would have been skitzing out that entire time. I do kind of feel sorry for him because
Yeah,
that's not an experience anyone should have to go through. That is the worst social anxiety you could go through.
yeah, I guess, but who put that upon themselves?
But for 30 million a year, I would also go through social anxiety. That is true.
You know what I mean? It's like we know we've been part of a bunch of sporting teams as well. Look, I know the anxiety he's talking about. Like, let's say you played a game on the weekend, you made a big mistake, and fuck, I gotta go to training, and
Yeah.
we know that the reason why we lost is by part some of the mistakes I made on the field, and you're just like, fuck, like this is shit.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to be compounded even more with the amount of public viewing it's had in the ether. But you know, I don't know. I think I've honestly ran out of breath. Just honestly getting angry about Ben Simmons. It's just it's just annoying. It's just annoying. And
All right.
to me, I think
That's your rant.
yeah, that's my rant. I'm going to close it with this. It's a bit hyperbolic. His NBA career is over.
There's no way.
It's unsalvageable.
That's
It's
not,
unsalvageable. It's unsalvageable.
there will be a team.
It's unsalvageable.
There is no, that is not true. There is an owner out there who
He's going
likes
to
money.
Yeah, he's going to go to the Washington Wizards and do nothing. Good on you.
No,
That's
but
what I
he
mean.
won't
Like
do nothing.
that's what I mean. Like
He
cool.
won't
Like,
do nothing.
that's what I mean. Like cool. Like yeah, you can average 18, 10, and 8 for the Washington Wizards who are the 10th seed.
That's
Sick.
not what he'll do, though.
Sick, bro.
He'll go to an organization that will understand
Who?
this guy sells tickets
Yeah.
and he can carry you to the regular season. He's guaranteed playoff money if you
Who?
if you deal with his bullshit. The
It has
Wizards.
to. It has to be. It has to be in the East. He's not going to the West.
Well, he could go to the West. They have to go to the West. They're not trading him to someone in the East. He's a top player. They're not going
That's
to
what I mean. Who's
trade
going
him
to go
to a
to the
rival.
West? Sacramento? No.
Sacramento.
No. Definitely not. I would rather
Well,
have
he said he doesn't want to go there.
I would rather have De'Aaron Fox than him. De'Aaron Fox has
Oh, so
more
you'd
to his
rather
game.
you'd rather come 12th every year in the West and just
Yeah, it's
never
better
do
it's better
anything?
than coming 13th with Ben Simmons.
No, you wouldn't with Ben.
They're not
Simmons.
making the
They would-
playoffs. I am standing on
They'd be in
my
the
throne.
race. They'd be in
No,
the
they
race.
won't. They won't even be in the conversation. But I'm telling you right now, his career is over to me. His career is over. Unfortunately, he will never reach the heights. And if he does, you know what's going to happen? He'll see out his contract at like Washington or Cleveland or one of these shit teams. He'll see out his contract and then
No,
he'll
his
sign.
career's not over. He's gonna play out his contract for
No,
sure.
that's what I mean.
Too much money.
He'll play out his contract and then he'll go to like the Warriors for like $15 million, like an Iguodala, and then he'll be celebrated. But it's like to me, your career's done anyway. Like I still see that as your career finished because
Oh, like
you're
he's a top player.
yeah, you're literally the next LeBron James, and now you've gone to Andre Iguodala. Which is cool, yeah. You could potentially win a Finals MVP for a championship team, but you're not the main player. You're not the reason why they got there, and really, you're just a a coil in the machine, opposed to being the focal point. So like he can still achieve that.
So I disagree. Even from that definition of career over, I think he's 25. He's in good shape. He hasn't had a major injury for a while. He's he's got a lot. He's gonna have the first part of this season off, so he's gonna have an extended break. I think that there will be a team that will see him as guaranteed, as I said, guaranteed money, guaranteed. If you just put shooters around him and baby sit him a little bit, especially in the East, especially in the East. But I don't think they're going to trade into a team in the East. But if they do, like the Orlando Magic, mate, you're going anywhere. You're going nowhere. Mo Bamba's up for his rookie extension. That didn't work out. Jonathan Isaac's always injured / has problems with. I heard he has a vaccine or Black Lives Matter, something.
Baby mamas, just some type of issue.
I don't know, but he's not really working out. You just traded Vucevic. Your best player is Markel Fultz, who kind of is almost responsible for the whole Philadelphia mess in the first place.
That is crazy to think about. Yeah, he is. If they had
Tatum, what is your alternative?
If they had Tatum.
Yeah, if they had Tatum, maybe this never happens. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I think he's got a great opportunity to go somewhere and do something great. I do believe that.
God, I actually feel bad for the listeners because I think they've honestly just listened to someone that's going through Stockholm syndrome, and I actually feel bad. I feel bad for you. Like I hope you can find exile from this Ben Simmons relationship you have, because I feel like he's really taking you down a dark road. And I called quits early on. And hopefully hopefully that you don't get Lucas Hernandez. Not Lucas, yeah, Lucas Hernandez. I was about to say Aaron Hernandez. We definitely won't do that.
Well, at the end of the end, I guess the end of the scenario is you are going to bet on either the Bulls or the Sixers. Know your capital's at stake because you're almost certainly going to lose it.
I guess to be fair, we'll quickly run over the West, because the West is it's the most interesting, to be fair, because on Southern Cross Bet they have the Lakers as the short favorites at 280. Which
then the Warriors, you're basically betting on.
Dude, the Warriors at $6. Dude, the Warriors at $6. It's wild to me.
That's too short.
That's good. $6 to win the West.
Are you sure? Their team apart from Clay.
Bro, when Clay comes back, dude, Jordan Poole had a really good performance. They literally just beat the Lakers. They literally just beat the full-strength Lakers.
Dude, Jordan Poole went down to the G League, dominated, came back, even better. Dude,
yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell lookalike, good on him.
Yeah. God, I forgot that D'Angelo Russell even played for the fucking Warriors. What a weird time that was. But yeah, I think the Warriors, at the value they are, I do like them, especially if Clay comes back. I mean, they're always going to be in the conversation. They're playoff ready. And I mean, this is literally, I think Steph probably has maybe 2 to 3 years left of this absolute elite level playing. And I think,
$6 is a good shout.
I think $6 is a fair shout. I think we mentioned before,
I was going to say the Clippers at $7.
Yeah, the Clippers as well.
That is a spicy odd, and I'll tell you why. You're betting on to win the West. 2 years ago, when they got similar team, same base of the team, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, things have changed. Lou Williams isn't here. A lot of the role players have left, but they've been replaced by decent players.
Mm.
This Clippers team was the team. Obviously, that was pre-AIDS Nets, and that was whilst the Warriors were injury ravaged. But the Lakers now were, apart from LeBron and AD, that team is as old as, I mean, you would find less washed articles of clothing at a dodgy dry cleaner. That team is washed and old, and it's going nowhere apart from those two.
No love for Westbrook.
No, mate. -23 today. His plus minus was the Clippers at $7. This is a team that in a not so distant past were the lock to win the league. Things didn't work out that way, but now we're not even betting on them winning the league. We're just betting on them to beat either the Lakers or the Warriors, or maybe the Suns. Although the Suns, I don't see them. Maybe if D-Book takes another step, but to beat they got the fit Clippers, they got pushed to 7 without Kawhi.
Yeah.
So if Kawhi
Yeah.
and Paul George are there, I think they could take down the Lakers. I
Yeah.
think they could definitely take
And
down the Warriors.
to the Kawhi point, everyone's going to obviously point out, oh, he's injured. He's not going to be there for the regular
Contract
season.
year.
Regular season Kawhi, do I need that? No. Do I want
No.
playoff Kawhi? Do I want the Kawhi
Yes.
that would have beat the Warriors if he
He's
didn't get
already
as
beat the he's
if
already
he
beat
didn't
the
get
Warriors.
Zazad? Do I want him who took
Bro, that's
a
underrated. That's underrated.
when he got
His
Zazad?
Spurs career was ended by the Warriors, and then he beat the Warriors in the finals. I
Yeah.
feel like people don't make enough of that.
Yeah. And he went to a team where everyone knew that you're gonna go anyway. And he was like, all right, sick, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna win a chip with a team that I guess it doesn't help my case for DeMar DeRozan because obviously DeMar DeRozan left, Kawhi went in,
just
and then you're done, boss. But
He's a
yes.
dinosaur.
Oh, you're rude, man, boss. But yes, yeah. Look,
Mate,
that's
the
all
man
you
can't
need.
see properly. He doesn't know there's a 3-point line.
That's yeah. Well, you're a rude man, boss. But yeah, with Kawhi, I mean, look, if he's healthy in the postseason when it matters, and that's what you need. Like, I think he just needs. He's obviously got the ACL injury, which is obviously a fucking big injury.
But he's got all year
All
to
year
rest
to
and recover
rehab,
for it.
and he was playing injured last year as well. Like he just needs just a big break,
A big
like he
break,
did,
yeah.
like he did with the Spurs. He had the big break, came back fresh with Toronto, and then
And I think his contract
beasted.
ends. I think both him and Paul George can opt out.
Yeah, I
So
think it was like
they're-
3-1.
Yeah, what they want to do is okay. Oh, I like this website. Tells you everything. You can perv on all the contracts. He's what is going on? His current contract. Oh my god! Tell me when it finishes. Tell me when it finishes. So it will finish. Oh, did he sign another extension? He signed another extension.
What
There's
secured
no
the
way.
bag? Secured the bag.
He's a
Then.
free agent in 2025. Yeah, he
No, he
secured
must
the
have.
bag.
Yeah,
Okay, so that hurts. He
not
must have.
even though. Not even.
That kind of hurts.
I don't think.
But
I don't
he's
think
recovering.
so.
You don't think? Either
Nah.
way, he wants to remind people that because when he went to the Clippers, it was like, oh my god, if he wins another chip, he's on KD level. I think
Did
he
you
wants to
think,
remind people who he is.
bro? He wins a chip with 3 different teams. 2 teams that never won a championship is wild.
Yeah,
That is
he,
wild.
he'll be coming back. Their whole squad, man. Let's get their squad list up. But
and
Kawhi, Paul George.
yeah, and look, I know back in the day there was a lot of slander.
$7?
There's,
That's $7?
there's a lot of
If I didn't have an ADHD and wouldn't want, if I was capable of waiting for the whole season to pay out,
the futures
would be
game is a
something I'd
long.
be getting on.
The futures game is a long term game.
sadly, I don't have the patience for that.
But yeah, look. Yeah, besides that, Utah
They have
Jazz.
Eric Bledsoe. Actually, cancel it. They have Eric Bledsoe.
No, not
Do
the
not,
night.
do not.
Not 9 points and 2 assists after playing for 40 minutes. Not that.
No. But I mean, they still have Reggie Jackson.
He played
They have
very well in the
Keon
playoffs.
Johnson. Yeah, Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard,
Bledsoe.
the guy, another guy stealing an income.
Batum,
Another guy stealing an income.
Serge Ibaka.
Another
Terrence
guy
Mann.
stealing an income. No, he
Terrence
played
Mann,
he
he's
played
good.
very well in the playoffs.
He's
He really
earned
broke
it.
out.
Justice Winslow, they got that'll be interesting.
He was good for
Ivaka
Memphis.
Zubac. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
he's good.
Like they got a good team.
They got a good solid team. I'm just scrolling through some more teams. Utah Jazz, not even in the conversation. Get out of there. Phoenix Suns, it's surprising that they won and they are like literally the 6th favorite, but with the DeAndre Ayton drama, it actually proposes quite interesting
What drama? I
ramifications.
haven't heard about the drama.
They didn't
His
offer
contract?
they didn't offer him a contract extension.
They didn't offer him.
They didn't offer him at all. He's going this season as restricted free agent. They offer they
No
re-signed
kidding.
Mikal Bridges, I think 5 years, 90 million. They obviously signed CP3. They obviously have Devin
No,
Booker
they
in the books.
failed to agree.
Yeah, which
They
means
failed
that
to agree. Oh,
which
they
mean-
didn't offer the max. Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
He will begin his 4th NBA season without a desired 5-year rookie max extension of 172 million. So yeah.
Jesus.
So obviously, as this always goes, the player wants the max,
Yeah.
and no max is like extreme disrespect, is how they see it. So
Yeah.
they didn't offer him. I think that's a huge mistake.
Well, it's because they had to get Mikal Bridges. Like, Mikal Bridges signed like 5 years, 90 million. Dude, they have so much money in the books. It's insane. Booker's
True.
on Booker's on wild money. CP3's
Is
on disgusting money.
yeah, but is that the move? 90 million. I mean, it's half the price, but DeAndre Ayton or Mikal Bridges for half the price. I feel like Mikal Bridges you can replace. You cannot replace DeAndre Ayton.
Well, yeah, you can't teach size, and he's size and skill, which is a rare
He's
mix.
good.
Yeah,
No
you can
real
have it.
negotiations. Suns GM. Could he be
Yeah,
traded?
nah,
Who's gonna give it like?
nah.
So is it he'll? But that means he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
No, he'll be restricted, but like they can
Oh,
match the offer.
Sorry, restricted. Yeah,
So it could be someone like
yeah,
Orlando, like
restricted.
like we said, like Orlando could just come in, offer him the
Well,
max.
that's fair enough.
Yeah,
That's fair
it's a
enough.
smart business move, but I mean, it's more like
Because Jaron Jackson, people from the same draft, Jaron Jackson, 105 million, Mikal Bridges 90 million. I guess he did 172 million. It is a lot.
But I mean, he
But then
literally won.
again,
He won them a
Porter
playoff game.
Jr.
He literally, yeah, that's what I mean. Porter
Yeah,
Jr., Trey Young, Porter
yeah.
Jr.
Or
Dude,
Trey Young. Yeah, Porter Jr. Yeah.
Porter Jr. is insane.
Anything less than a 5-year max wasn't something to be considered, not even to talk about.
Yeah, actually,
Fair
when
enough.
you as soon as we brought up MPJ's name, that's all I would be saying in the meeting. I'm like, Michael Porter Jr. literally got the max. Can I get the max?
Yeah.
I was
Do you
your
think
number
that
one
though?
pick. I changed the
Do you think?
franchise.
Well, yeah, and he's been so unfairly judged because of Luca, but the reality is he's an animal. I think he's a fucking animal.
He's a
Comes
perfect
from
fit. He's a perfect fit.
the Bahamas too, mate. He's good.
Hmm.
I was thinking though, but because that is how it works, I'd assume. Like, is that how you're saying it works? Like, MPJ gets the money because the circumstances are very different, and the Nuggets had way less leverage.
I'm just
Leverage,
looking
I fucking call it.
at my point of view. Like if like let's say I'm just sitting down, I see on ESPN, Michael
Yeah,
Porter
we know
Jr. gets
these players on
five
the
years.
bag over anything. Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't care. They're not worrying about the team's situation.
especially them. They're on a rookie deal. Like yes, they would have got
You got to
maybe.
lock the money up.
That's what I mean. Yes, they probably got 30 million like in their career so far, which is obviously fucking a shit ton of money. But they can literally 5 times that in their
Oh,
next
the
contract.
Ben Simmons, the the Isaiah Thomas thing is a lesson, but the Ben Simmons thing is an even bigger lesson. Is look at him.
Yeah,
Thank fuck he locked in the money. If he didn't lock in the money, if he had tried to do some funny business, he didn't get the max, he'd be shafted right now. You lock in the money, even if you had to go play for Sacramento, Shanghai, or Israel. If they
mm,
get offer you $200 million American, you take it
yeah, secure the bag.
and you
Um,
push for it.
yeah. Look, if they're that's
I'll
the
be
thing, like
praying for DeAndre Ayton's health though. If he goes down, this
that's what I
season,
mean. It's a
he'll be
big risk.
so unlucky.
Yeah, it's a
Huge
big
risk.
risk. It's a big risk.
But what do they offer him? Like, do you reckon if they only said 5 years to 100 million,
no, no,
that would have been
no. That's an insult. I would say like if they say like 5 years, 150, that's a cop, man. I mean,
yeah
look, that's it.
150.
Think about it. You're going down 27 mil, which is fucking heaps, but still,
Yeah,
150 is 150.
and you're a big man. I feel like a big man, you have to take that into account that the injury risk is bigger for you, and the
Yeah,
recovery from injury risk is also a
yeah,
bigger issue for you.
yeah. And I think they're like, even though you're always going to be big, nowadays you need to be athletic as well. And I think once you lose your athleticism as a big guy,
You're gone.
you can't do anything else.
Yeah,
Like you can't
and look,
hinge you can't
maybe
hinge on your
Phoenix know
skill.
that as well, because can't Phoenix can always just offer him a fat deal when he's a restricted free agent, right? Or is it going to
Yeah.
be more?
No,
Is
they
the
can
price of the
match.
brick going to go up?
No, that's the thing. I'm like literally like Orlando could come out and just say we're gonna offer him the max, and you have to
The
match
max
it.
max,
Yeah, like no, they can't offer the max. It's like something different because
but
like
more than 172 over five.
no, they can't do that. They'll probably offer like I think they can offer let's say like 150 because they didn't have the bird right. So like Phoenix can
Yeah.
offer him more because he was with Phoenix from the beginning, like as an incentive.
So that means that there's really no incentive for Phoenix to go out there and
Yeah,
extend that olive branch. They may as well test it
exactly.
because they know that they control the
Yeah,
situation. But then
or
you do get the situation, the Gordon Hayward,
mm. Well, the
which
interesting
is
thing as well, like they could do like he could look. Is he gonna make the All Star team? No. Is he gonna make an All NBA team? No. But if he does,
the price of the brick goes up.
insane amount. So he could just merely just be betting on himself, going like, I can make an all-star team here. And it literally that's why Ben Simmons got disgusting amounts because not only was he coming off his
He
rookie
was in the
extension,
East and he
he
got
was it,
the All
yeah.
Star.
Yeah, he got the all-star, and I'm pretty sure got all NBA as well. So it's just like added.
Yeah,
Same as
yeah.
who was it? There was someone else that just got like their all NBA.
Kemba
Like
Walker, he
that's
stole
it.
it off Clay Thompson, and Clay Thompson lost money.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Um,
That's
but
absolute robbery. He's playing for New York now. Absolute robbery.
yeah,
Um,
but I
I think we
mean,
just so the Nuggets. What are you feeling on the Nuggets? They're $10 on something cross bet.
dude, no,
Bet responsibly on them because they could be a
yeah,
donation.
yeah, like I said, no Jamal
You might
Murray.
be donating your money with no Joe
Yeah,
Murray, no Jamal Murray.
Dallas Mavericks is interesting
They're
one.
good
Seventeen
because they got
dollars.
the best player. Or
It's
is he
worth a
the best
lick.
player? That
It's
is
worth a
something I would
lick.
look into if I didn't have ADHD.
That's worth
New
a
Orleans
lick.
Pelicans for $41. You may as well just give them the money.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
may as well just give some of these
Dude,
teams. I don't
Memphis,
even know why there's odds on them. Why
bro.
is there odds on this? What point are you in your life where you're betting on the Houston Rockets to win this year? There is no scenario. There is no scenario under which, unless
That is
China
true.
invaded the US and as a thank you gift for firing Daryl Morey for his Hong Kong tweets, rig the NBA and force Houston to win, there is no way. There is it is not possible for them to win.
It's
It's
actually
just
impossible.
not possible. The Sacramento Kings,
201.
there's no way that they win. There's just no way.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you have Marvin Bagley in your team, I think, yeah, I think he's like the Eric Bledsoe for the Kings. Like, if you have him on your
Oh,
team, do you see?
Oklahoma City,
Do you see what his
San
agent?
Antonio.
Do you see what his agent
What do you
said?
say?
He
What
was
did he
just
say?
he just aired out the Sacramento Kings going like, oh yeah, the reason why you're shit and stuff is because you're not playing like Marvin Bagley and stuff.
Marvin Bagley.
It's like no, it's just mate, he's trash. It
The
was the
Suns
second
trash.
like you literally could have had Luka Doncic. Just honestly, just pause and think about that in your head. You could have Trey Young. Just think about that.
Yeah. Could have well, not DeAndre Ayton's the only one. That's the
Yeah,
only saving grace that he was really taken.
yeah, exactly. But besides that, maybe you know what? Let's have a bit of a look at what the MVP markets are saying right now as well. I mean, it's I think nowadays it's a bit more fluctuating because LeBron usually it would either be like LeBron or Curry, but I think obviously there's voter fatigue and stuff like that, so it's a lot more
Luka
open. And
Doncic,
like,
a carry job. I want to look at the defense of the Mavs. I want to get the Mavs roster up because if he wants to do a carry job, he'll need good defense. He could win it at 550. That's decent.
that is decent. He's a favorite as well. Interesting.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
favorite.
like surely Giannis can't get it again. If he gets it again, that'd be insane.
I mean,
KD
he's a
though,
fucking
bro,
animal.
KD could get it. KD could get it.
KD could get it. Yes.
If he doesn't if
Giannis.
Fat Harden doesn't become Slim Harden, then it could be a bit of a carry job for him.
Jokic probably not going to win it again. Lillard,
You not
no.
no,
Young, no.
no,
Davis,
Davis,
no.
no.
Booker, no. Mitchell, no. Tatum, if he's recovered from COVID, maybe if they go really well, if he takes another step up.
Bro, bro. How's Zion $26, bro?
Whereas,
That's
yeah, Zion's 26. The only 26 on Zion is the fucking number of meals he eats in the day these
I was gonna
days.
say the only way 26 is associated with Zion is after the number 3, meaning 326 pounds, because that guy's looking thick. Like, was it you that
Domantas
said
Sabonis? Ooh.
no, boss? I think because it's always like you have to be a top 4 team. So
Yeah.
I think you just have to look at the top 4 guys. Like Paul George,
LaMelo Ball, like that's an absolute donation. Like
Lamelo,
Christian Wood,
definitely
no.
not, boss.
DeMar DeRozan, Evan Mobley. Who the fuck's Evan Mobley? I didn't even know who that is.
He's a rookie for Cleveland. Like I don't, yeah.
Get the fuck
I mean,
out
look,
of here.
it's actually a testament to Southern Cross bet that they literally have Evan Mobley in the running. Like if you love the Cleveland, I'm just looking like
And even though they are our
you know,
sponsor, I'll give
Paul
100 free
George,
shit. Don't bet on Evan Mobley.
dude, Paul George at 26. If it's a carry job for the Clippers,
Yes. Yeah.
Carry
that's
job?
an extreme value.
carry job, especially if Kawhi doesn't come
By
back.
no means a lock, but extreme value.
Yeah, look, if they get top 4, then he has to be in the running.
100%.
Trey
Dude, you could bet
Young,
on some wild names. Aaron Gordon, Clint Capella. How could Clint Capella ever win
bro.
MVP?
Patty Mills at $501 is worth a lick.
It's just, dude, Derrick Rose, DeJounte Murray. Well, just got to worry about like fucking Deshaun Watson not doing anything weird with his baby mama.
Oh
Um,
no.
Joe Ingles, no mate. Kevin
Lonzo
Porter
Ball, two hundred
Jr.
one dollars. I think I'm gonna have a lick.
501. Again, the only 501 is the amount of incidents he gets at nightclubs. Um, TJ Warren is on it. Tyrese Halliburton. Dude, they're taking
Post-
the piss with some of these though. If you are looking through some of these names, you are truly a degenerate. Um,
which we are because we went through.
which we are because we're doing this. I think honestly, Luke at 550. 550 is. I look at betting.
He's gonna be.
like
He's gonna be top
horse
five.
racing. Yeah,
He's gonna be in the
you
top
got to
five.
bet on a few. If you're gonna bet on it, you got to bet on a few of them. Like, and Luka Doncic, if you bet on him,
I'll go Paul George.
Giannis,
I think Paul George. Honestly, I think I've
and
convinced
Paul
myself.
George, if one of them hits, you're up.
Yeah,
And then you throw in maybe like, could
Tyrese
this be
Halliburton.
Embiid's year? Could this be Embiid's years? I don't think he's going to
You know
stay
what?
healthy.
You know what? It actually could be just for the,
The
drama.
narrative is there.
The narrative is there.
is
Like
there.
if he literally does a carry job for the 76ers and gets them top four without Ben Simmons, or Ben Simmons acting like an absolute baby, then it's like, mate, fair play.
Dude, this suspends. Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Luka Doncic is $5.50. Everything else is bigger odds. You could bet on Luka, Giannis, KD, Joel, and Curry, and as long as one of those wins, you're up. But
Like,
of course, if like LeBron wins or Harden wins, you're absolutely shafted.
which is
So,
highly unlikely. I
But
think I think it's a new MVP. I think it's a new player that gets MVP.
so you
LeBron's
reckon
bro,
Doncic?
you know what, if Lakers come first, man, LeBron could do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. LeBron could do it, or AD.
No, not AD. He's trash.
Shut up, mate. He's not. He's a great player.
Sorry, mate. Where was he in the playoffs? He literally think about if I'm
he was
DeAndre.
injured. He
Bro,
was
if I was
injured.
mate, if I'm DeAndre Ayton,
He
I'm
was like
mate,
their best player.
if I was DeAndre Ayton, I'm like, mate, I dated him in the playoffs.
Oh my god. No, I think Luke is a great. I think Luke is a great option. I think Luca, Paul George are great flyers. Obviously, I think Giannis is. Voter fatigue is a thing, but he didn't win it last year, and he's coming to protect his crown.
Three-time MVP. It's wild.
Dude, if he gets 3-time MVP, like we've got to start talking about like.
Dude,
He's only got one ring. He's
Look,
getting into the GOAT conversation.
yeah, dude,
Winning with Milwaukee, that's GOAT conversation.
Yeah,
Whether
like
Americans are ready for a Greek GOAT or not.
dude, I don't
That's got to
know.
be his new name. No longer
But even
Greek GOAT, it's the Greek
even
GOAT.
KD,
It's the
bro.
Greek GOAT.
If KD gets a second one, bro, he's like, that's wild as well.
Dude, fuck, I'm definitely gonna get this is definitely are we gonna get sued for this?
Come on, boss, say it. Worst case, I'll cut it out.
I have a friend.
I won't cut it out.
I
I won't cut it out, but worst case, we'll cut it out.
I have a friend. Okay, so I have a friend who supposedly she says that her story to me was, and she doesn't really know the players that well, but she said that they were in Greece and that her and a few of their friends were on their balcony, and some of the Antetokounmpo brothers came past. She doesn't know which ones. I think she just says Giannis because she's the famous one, but there's like
It's
four of them.
it's probably Costas.
Yeah, some of the ads, I'd hope it's a single ones, came past, started like hollering at their like balcony, bunch of pretty white girls.
Actually, it's probably
Australia.
Thanasi. It's probably Thanasi. He seems like a bit of a playboy.
But yeah, so and then two of the girls just went downstairs and spoke to them, and then they invited them back to their room. And then like two of the Antetokounmpos took back two of these random girls, which by the way, huge no if you're a tourist female and a guy hollers you down to the ground in a street in Greece, do not just walk down there. That is exactly how Taken started, essentially. So do not do that. But supposedly they just walk, the word around the water cooler is they just walking around Greece, calling girls down from their balcony and get the job done. Absolutely.
You know what?
That probably German level.
That probably is the play though. If you're like an athlete, like instead of getting a baby mama that's local, if you get one that's in and out,
An Australian tourist, yeah,
yeah,
and they're like,
yeah,
oh, I'm
yeah.
studying commerce.
That's what I mean.
I
Catch
need to
it.
actually have a life.
Yeah, catch them in transit. Like they're there for a little 2 week Europe holiday. You catch them in transit. They head back to Australia. Right, your hands are clean.
If you have to convince them that you're famous and rich,
Yeah,
then you're good. If they
exactly.
don't already know, you're
I think
good.
if your friend had the kid and was like, oh yeah, like my kid is the Narcissus and Titikumpo's that's their dad, you'd be like, shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I don't even know if I believe it because for all we know, actually, I believe her. For all we know, it could have just been like two tall black dudes with curly hair in Greece, which there's a lot of, who just been like, yeah, we are Antis and Costas Antetokounmpo, and
yeah,
like the girls would not
that
know
does
any
happen a
better.
lot. Oh, I saw this funny video on Instagram where it was like this guy that just looks like Drake. And he was just getting all these photos because everyone thought it was Drake. And like, oh, and it was just all these Instagram thoughts. I'm like, mate, the guy's living life on autopilot right now.
Yeah,
So
living at
it could, I
110%.
don't know, if you speak Greek and you're tall and you're dark skinned, mate, yeah, mate, just fucking chuck a
Just
Tenakumpa on your
say you're
last
like
name.
Giannis's cousin. I'm sure you'll get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a little nice win-win for you.
Um, one last thing before we wrap up, I wanted to say this is
Well,
not
geez,
sports
mate,
related.
mate, if you
It's
get mate, before we wrap up, take me to dinner at least.
um,
Jeez.
this is about hay fever actually. Um, is hay fever the most first world problem? Is it the most first world like illness? Like refugees in Venezuela or like Africa are not complaining about hay fever, but
Really?
if you live a comfy, 100%, they could have hay fever. They wouldn't give a fuck. But if you're like a
Really?
comfy middle class Western society, hay fever is like a big thing. But like, I feel like if like it's the type
Huh.
of problem you complain about if your body is functioning properly. Like
No,
I have hay
yeah,
fever
that's
and it's a
interesting.
pain in my ass. But if I had a broken arm, I wouldn't notice it. It is the most
But
first world problem
you know what's crazy?
illness.
I don't think I've ever gotten hay fever. I'm like, what are like I just heard about hay fever, but like you said, it's a
It's
very
certain people get it. Only certain people get it.
and when we mean certain people, it means one that looks like they haven't seen sunlight in days.
Me?
No, not you, but half of you, because
Oh,
you're
white
half white.
people.
Yeah,
You
white
reckon
people.
only white people get it?
I only hear white people complain about it. I've never
That is
seen.
true. I've never seen
I've
like a
never.
black guy complain about hay fever.
Yeah, I don't even think I've probably gotten it, but I've just never noticed it. Like I don't even know like what are the symptoms? Like what defines hay fever? Is
Itchy
it just
eyes, itchy eyes in the morning, stuffy nose, runny nose, dry mouth.
it just sounds like me
They're
after a
all
night out
symptoms.
though.
That's the thing. It's a first world thing. You don't realize it's a problem unless it gets really bad. And if hay fever is your only problem, you
But
can't
yeah,
live
no,
a first class
but
life.
you are right because it is a very dominant ad on TV or on YouTube and
It's
stuff. Like
always on TV. It's
people
a big
getting
thing.
like antihistamines and stuff. Like oh yeah,
Yes.
get so and so antihistamine for hay fever. I'm like fuck, who gets hay fever? I never thought about that.
People living comfy lives.
Yeah, it's like the same. It's probably like the same people that like it would probably the balding guy that's looking at Ashley and Martin. It's probably the same people that need to get hay fever medication.
Oh
I think there's a common terminology
no.
there.
No, 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 no.
If you and look, if you're saying you're suffering from hay fever, I think you're suffering from something else as well, mate. So
Oh, I hope not. I fucking hope not.
nah, it looks alright though.
Oh, wait.
It looks alright,
Thank
but
you, mate.
yeah, I don't know. Hay fever. I mean, if you're
But it's a
complaining,
first world
I mean,
disease.
if you're complaining hay fever in the COVID-19
Exactly.
environment, that's kiddies.
Exactly.
You can't be
Dude, people
complaining.
like, I can't run properly because of COVID-19. I'm like, oh, my eyes are itchy in the mornings.
But it is the season though. Springtime is usually when it hits big time.
100%. Trees are coming all over us. So
Oh
my eyes are
god.
getting itchy. That's
Let,
what it
let,
is, mate.
just embrace the nature, man. Embrace the sunlight. Embrace being outside now since lockdown's gone.
Yeah, I am enjoying that. I
Yeah.
could get some sunnies for Coogee Beach.
What's
I
that?
don't have any sunnies or a hat
Why do you need to wear sunnies and a hat?
for sun protection and for perv and
Oh, that's what I
for
wanted to
both.
hear, boss.
You know,
Because it would
that's
be
what you need.
insane talent.
Yeah, it
Insane
is. It
talent.
is. I go to the steroid head pull up bars in Bondi, and it's good fun.
Good. Are you like the least Jack guy there?
I am. Yes,
But
I am. A sh- I, I really put the pull up bars to shame there.
look, if I'll say this, if you wanted to get jacked artificially, would it be very easy in sourcing some type of equipment or ingredients?
Probably. I
They're
don't know though. A lot of guys around there, I don't think they're on roids.
just
It's
jacked.
very wholesome. Yeah, it's very like calisthenics park. It's not what you think.
Yeah, nah. Dude, you know what's crazy? Ever since you started mentioning calisthenics, I just get all these like recommended videos on my Instagram
It's
of
because
just
your phone's listening to me, bro. It's because your
yeah.
phone's listening to
But
me.
it's like old people doing calisthenics. It's like 70-year-old people, or like 75-year-old people, and they're like,
They
it'll be
know your
like,
strength level,
but it'll be
boss.
like,
They know your strength level.
but that's what I mean. I imagine it being like the Bondi bars, where it's like the 175-year-old guy, and it's like all like 25, 30-year-old jack guys, and everyone's like, go OG, go OG.
That's what it is. That's legitimately it.
And it's just, I can imagine that environment. It looks tight though, but I
It's
can't
fun. You
do
should
that.
come one day.
Nah, boss. I have no body strength. Like I can, like the thing is, like I can look. I can move some numbers around in the gym, but it seems I think it's just I haven't really trained like proper body weight stuff, which is something that I should really do. Like
Give it a go.
I actually found it.
Good.
It's actually impressive that you can do the type of stuff. Like you were saying that you can do like pull ups and you can pretty much nearly do like a full muscle up. Like that's mad.
Yeah. 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 It's pretty cool.
It's mad as
I'm having
well.
a good time with it.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
good.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm smashed. I think I gotta.
No, no, yeah, we'll end it there.
We have an end roll.
Yeah, we do have an end roll, but look, we're not going to neglect what we usually do on the podcast, and what we always usually do is give you guys a bit of wisdom to take on for the rest of the week. And look, you know, David's wisdom last week. I don't really remember it, but I think I just felt it on Saturday when I really harnessed his energy. To have a good performance on Saturday, I think. I think I did
No,
pretty
yeah.
well.
2 o'clock to 12 o'clock on the booze. Pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Look, maybe one day if the podcast ever got big enough and we can be more unfiltered, we could get into more shambles of stories because there was definitely a bit of a shambolic story on the Saturday night. Well, probably more Sunday morning realistically, but yeah, it's not the time of day. So I'll stop me from blabbing on. David, what do you want to tell the listeners?
I think I've already said this one, but summer's coming. If it's summer in your part of the world, get some sunnies, get some sunscreen, slip, slop, slap, get a hat. It helps you not get caught out for being a weirdo. It helps you stay away from skin cancer. And guess what? If you get skin cancer, you might have to get something cut out. And then if you're a perv and you got something cut out and you don't have your sunnies, you just look like a weirdo who looks weird and is a weirdo. So to protect yourself from being a weirdo, get sunnies. That's what I got to say. Slip, slop, slap, protect yourself. Sun cancer is a real thing. Don't get sun cancer. Don't get caught lacking. Summer 2022, 2021,
Yeah,
2021.
exactly. Perf smart. Peace.
Peace.